cook comes out and he goes and says, "What the do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? Are you?" The confessions of a food YouTuber, the good and the bad. Make sure you guys watch to the very end. Hey everybody, so I'm gonna show you where to eat like a local in Aiea, Hawaii. But before that, I'm actually at Best Buy right now, and I'm gonna go and get a brand new camera for my YouTube channel. And you know, for 2022, I wanted to really go and up the quality of video and audio as well as the content for my channel, all for you guys. So I decided to go and invest in a brand new camera so I don't have to go and use my phone anymore. Dude, this is really lame. So I ordered my camera and then they said they had one left. So then I, came to Best Buy, parked, and then I got a message saying that they canceled my order. So I went in, they said, oh yeah, they ended up selling it. Sometimes like you order it and then somebody comes in and buys it, right? But when I go back online to Best Buy, it still says that there's one left in the store. So I don't know, they gotta go and fix their whole like ordering system because it's all screwed up. So I ended up going and talking to the manager and they said that supposedly it's still in the store. So they didn't sell it because if they did sell it, it would be out of their system. So now they're looking for it. So there's like 2 people looking for my camera. But yeah, dude, look how expensive these lenses are. Look at that. Now we know why photographers charge so much for their services, and videographers too. Damn, that's pretty lame. Okay, so this is what happened. There's a customer who ended up buying the camera with cash, and they ended up like not picking the camera up. So I guess she did like a pre-order or something. And so Best Buy would only go and hold the camera for X amount of time, but that time passed, and now they have to refund her the money. So they have to get in contact with her first to see if she actually still wants the camera. So if she doesn't want the camera, then they're gonna call me and then I can come back to Aiea to go and get the camera. So that's pretty lame, but let's go eat. Okay, so I'm actually at Pro Ridge Center right now. So Pro Ridge Center is right here. Okay, so I have no food right now, and you guys are probably wondering what is going on. So the video that you just saw was actually from like a week ago, and I decided not to go and publish it. And it kind of went and gave me the inspiration to go and make this right now, which is, the confessions of being a food YouTuber, the good and the bad. So let's talk about the bad first, because I don't want to end this video on a bad note. So let's talk about the bad. Oh yeah, before we start, I just want you guys to know that this is in no way me complaining about making food YouTube videos, okay? I just want to make that very, very clear because I want you guys to have an understanding of what it's like to be on the other side of the camera. And, a lot of times when we watch YouTube videos, we're very like, everything seems so perfect, everything is sunshine and rainbows, but in reality, it's really not. And there's a lot of good things that comes with YouTube, and there's, a lot of things that aren't as good as well. So that's the purpose of this video. So I'm hoping that if you want to go and start a YouTube channel, this would go and, kind of you can take some of my experience and, absorb what is useful and discard what is not. But I hope, this video can go and help all of you guys out, regardless if it's YouTube or anything else in your life. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so many of you might think being a YouTuber, you can make a lot of money. And I'll tell you guys this right now, that is not true, especially with food YouTubers. And the reason why is this is probably one of the least profitable niches that you can get into. And the reason why is because you're spending a lot of your own money to start, making your YouTube channel. So especially if you don't have a big following, like some YouTubers may want to get sponsored or they want to get free food, but if you don't have a big following, no one's going to give you anything for free. And no one's going to go and pay you to go and make these videos. So if you got lots of subscribers, that's one thing. But if you're a small YouTuber, you're probably going to be spending a whole lot more of your own money trying to build your YouTube channel. And it's not only spending money on food, it's also like, buying the equipment. If you want to go and buy like a mic like this or a new camera or whatever it is. I started off going and using my camera to film. So if you want to go and start a food YouTube channel or any other YouTube channel, I highly recommend starting with just what you have. So if it's just your cell phone, use your cell phone. Don't go out and buy all this equipment and then you end up figuring out you don't want to go and do YouTube because you're just going to waste all of your money. Okay, so this is specific for food YouTubers. So if you have no self-control over what you eat off camera, then you may not want to be a food YouTuber because, a lot of times you're going to be eating a lot of rich foods, a lot of, high-fat foods, and, you're going to go and gain weight if you don't go and watch what you eat off camera. So a lot of times, a big misconception that people have is that they think that, we're constantly eating these really, really good foods, right? But what people don't realize is that if the YouTuber understands what is going on, they will go and try to eat healthier the other 90% of the time. So just because you see us eating plate lunches all the time doesn't mean that we're also eating plate lunches, when we're not filming either. But maybe that's the case for some YouTubers, and I'll be honest with you guys, yeah, I'll eat plate lunches too when I'm not filming my YouTube videos, but there's also like some dietary things that I do personally to help me kind of like maintain like my weight and my fitness and everything. So if you want to go and be a food YouTuber, make sure you guys keep your diet in check when it's off the camera and make sure you guys are exercising every day, or ideally every day. Okay, chances are you're probably not gonna make millions of dollars. You're probably not gonna get enough money to go and buy a brand new house. And that's just the reality of it. A lot of the really big YouTubers that you see, they actually are in like the 1%. Do it because you enjoy doing it, not because you think it's gonna make you a lot of money. Because in reality, you're not gonna be making millions of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars off of YouTube. That's just the realities of it. Because the algorithm of YouTube is extremely, extremely picky. So if you don't have the YouTube trifecta, chances are you may not blow up. So it can be very challenging finding good ideas and content to make videos on, especially if you are a food YouTuber in Hawaii. And let me tell you why. So for me, I am very, very picky about the restaurants that I feature on my videos. And the reason why is not every restaurant is worthy of being featured on my videos. So for the most part, if you see a restaurant that is, featured on my channel, chances are I really, really like it and I vetted it myself multiple times before I even go and post the video. There are times when I go and I eat at a restaurant for the very first time, and if I seriously don't like the food or the food's not good, I'm gonna go and tell you guys. But that leads me into the next thing. Sometimes people will make comments like, not just for me, but for a lot of YouTubers in general, okay? They say stuff like, oh, they always say the food is good, or whatever it is. But unless you can say that you watched 100% of the people's videos, you can't really go and make that generalization. Maybe a lot of the food they feature is really good because they vet the restaurant before they even go and, you know, produce a video. But for me personally, I don't want to go and ruin businesses. So that's a very, very big thing for me, is that if it's a small mom and pop shop and they're going through hard times, maybe they had a bad day, you know, cooking the food, maybe they put too much salt in it. I don't want to be making a video trashing a place. You know, there are times when I, you know, encounter a place where, you know, like the food just completely sucks, and I'll tell you guys. But for the most part, I won't even go and post the videos. Just like what you're watching earlier, I ended up not posting the video earlier, and the reason why is because of this. So the reason why I didn't post the video that you guys were just watching was because the customer service was terrible. I went and I asked, you know, some questions, and the guy was just giving me attitude and all this kind of stuff. And I felt that, you know what? I don't want to go and send any of you guys to a place that's going to go and give bad service. Because ultimately, I want you guys to have a good experience, good customer service and good food. So if I go to a place and the food is great, but the customer service sucks, I'm not gonna go and make a video of it. Some of you might want me to go and still, you know, post a video about how bad it is. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but it really depends on the situation. But ultimately, businesses are hurting right now, and I just feel like I don't need to go and, you know, post videos like that that's gonna go and ruin a business forever and make them close their doors, because I'd feel horrible. Because many of you guys know I started making these YouTube food videos because I wanted to go and support restaurants in Hawaii during the pandemic. You know, speaking of bad customer service, there's another time when early on when I was making videos, I walked into this restaurant and got permission from the owner to, you know, just film on the inside. And then what happened was the cook comes out and he goes and says, "What the do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? Who are you?" And, you know, as a, you know, I'm not expecting anything, okay? And I just wanted to go in there to help, and the, you know, the owner was like, "Yeah, you can film." And then you got this employee that comes out and just starts swearing at the top of his lungs at me. And for me, I was like, man, if this is how you're gonna treat somebody that's trying to help you guys out, to give you guys like publicity, I'm paying for the food, you know, I'm not asking for anything, and you guys do that, dude, that's lame. I'm not gonna go and, you know, promote you guys at all. So, you know, those are just, you know, those stories are, you know, a small percentage of the times that, you know, I encountered issues. But for the most part, a lot of restaurants are very, very appreciative of, you know, like YouTubers coming in and, you know, Instagram people coming in just to go and promote their business. So I think pretty much every single YouTuber can relate to what I'm gonna talk about next. And it's the comments. For the most part, everybody that comments on my videos, they're awesome. So every single one of you are completely awesome people for encouraging and supporting my growth on this channel. But I'd say that, you know, there are a small percentage of people on every single channel that will actually take the time out to go and make fun of the YouTuber, to go and say bad things and mean things. And honestly, why the hate? I never really understood that, because it's like, do people not have anything else better to do than to go and spill toxic hatred for a person who is just making a video that's not even controversial? So, you know, that's one thing, is if you want to go and start a YouTube channel, make sure you have thick skin. If not, you will develop thick skin. Don't try to make everybody like you, because, you know, You could be the nicest, kindest person out there and people will always still find a reason to hate your guts for whatever reason. So if you want to go and start a YouTube channel or whatever it is you want to do, just go and do it, because ultimately critics aren't living your life. You're living your own life. So you're the one that's ultimately gonna go and benefit from what you do or not benefit at all. Okay, so enough of all of this like bad stuff about YouTube, because there is a lot of good that comes with YouTube. And let me tell you guys some of the good. So like what I said earlier, one of the best things about YouTube is building a community. And let me tell you, I've been getting a lot of private messages on Instagram. So if you want to communicate with me, the best thing to do is communicate with me through Instagram, through private message. But I've been getting a lot of great messages that, people are encouraging, and some people even go and give me constructive criticism, which I really, really appreciate. But it's this community that we're building right now on this channel that, helps me keep on going. And so it's because of all of you that, it kind of gives me the energy to keep on going and making more videos and content for all of you. Because I feel like, I'm doing my small part in the world by just finding you guys, like good food places when you come to Hawaii for vacation, or even if you live in Hawaii, it's like, what am I gonna eat for lunch? Oh, Charles said this place is good. He's vetted this place. Let's go and check it out. Like getting these comments, and telling me like, oh, the food you recommended was great. That's super awesome. So thank you so much for all of your support. So during the pandemic, one of the things that actually happened to me was this. I walked into this restaurant where, I made a video previously, and I came back like 4 or 5 months later, and the owner was just so grateful, and she was like literally in tears. And she was like, because of your video, I didn't have to go and close my restaurant down, because a lot of your viewers ended up coming to the restaurant after they saw your video. So, it's not just me, it's all of you who actually go and support these restaurants after you guys watch these videos. So I just want you guys to know that we are making a positive impact during these challenging times. So, thank you so much. So I find YouTube as kind of like a creative outlet for me. And, I noticed that as I got older, my creativity started kind of going downhill. It's not to say that I was really creative from the get-go, but, I just feel like going on YouTube and making these videos has kind of helped me get the creative juices flowing again. And that's one thing I actually really enjoy, because not only do I get to kind of work on my creativity more, I get to learn a lot. And that's, one of the things that for me is I've always been a lifelong student, of martial arts and of, exercise. Many of you guys who watch my previous videos know that, I'm actually a strength and conditioning specialist. I got my undergrad and my master's degree in exercise science and, all this kind of stuff. So I teach at, the college level for this kind of stuff, right? And by making YouTube videos, it's another outlet for me to learn. And I think it's really important to continuously learn as, we go through our journey in life. Another really important thing that YouTube has helped me do is actually it keeps me focused on my own growth. Because let me tell you, if you want to go and start a YouTube channel, it's going to be so easy for you to go and compare yourself to other YouTubers, how many views they're getting, how many subscribers they're getting, and stuff like that. But I just want you guys to know, in YouTube and in life, the journey is a marathon and it's against yourself. You have no other competitor other than the person looking straight at you in the mirror. So, it leads me to the last thing, which is my son. And one of the big reasons why I really wanted to put myself out there was to be, you know, a good influence for my son, because I want my son to understand that he can do whatever he puts his mind to. You know, never in a million years would I have thought I would go and make videos on YouTube and put myself out into the world, because I'm an introvert and, you know, I like to kind of keep to myself, and, you know, it kind of drains me when I go to parties and, you know, all that kind of stuff, right? But I want to go and show my son that if he wants to go and be an astronaut, or if he wants to go and, you know, start a business or whatever it is in life, he can go and do it as long as he believes in himself. So thank you so much for watching this video. You know, I think overall, YouTube has been a great experience, and I actually highly recommend you guys put yourself out there too. Go and grab the bull by the horns and do something that you're afraid of. So what I want you guys to get out of this video isn't so much a YouTube food confessions video, the good and the bad, but it's more so, you know, getting outside the box, being comfortable, being uncomfortable, and really just grabbing the bull by the horns and succeeding in whatever you want to do in life. So don't worry, I'm gonna still make videos on food in Hawaii and eventually elsewhere in the mainland and in Asia. So make sure you guys stick around for that. But thank you so much. If you would want to go and help support my channel, check out my Buy Me a Coffee page. I'm gonna go and leave the link in the description box down below. Please do me a big favor, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos just like this. And make sure you follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. I want to give a big shout out to Hello from Hawaii. So if you like talking head videos just like this, I highly recommend you go and check out his page. So I'm gonna go and leave Hello from Hawaii's YouTube channel in my description box down below. Make sure you go check him out.